So it's about 1:40 in the afternoon on the 6th of June here on the Isle of Wight. I'm just in the Undercliff. Just going to go through into Pelham Woods, which is in St Lawrence, just west of Ventnor. So the footpath goes along here, which is the old railway track bed for the branch line of the railway that used to go through into St Lawrence. We're just going to strike off to the left here where the public footpath goes. It's quite hidden, there are no public right-of-way signs, I don't think, so you wouldn't know there was a public footpath going through here unless you looked on the Ordnance Survey map. So the track bed on this little section was taken up by the drive, but now we're going back onto the railway track bed proper, and it widens out a bit. God, it's lovely and fresh down here. Much cooler than out in the sun. It's not particularly hot today because of the wind. The wind that continues has been blowing most of the spring, it seems, on the Isle of Wight. But here you've got a lovely dappled shade. So you haven't got the wind, but you also haven't got the direct sunshine. So it's rather lovely. So I'm not going to say too much. The idea really is to listen out for bird song. See if we can see any speckled wood butterflies or anything like that. This little patch here is ideal for a speckled wood. It's probably not going to be one now I've mentioned it by name. Can't see any. Lovely sedge. I think it's a sedge or a rush. Don't know, how do you tell the difference between a sedge and a rush? I'm afraid my botanising skills never were developed. So in the autumn, this is a great spot if you want to see things like firecrests in amongst the goldcrests, and wintering chiffchaffs as well later in the autumn. As it goes into winter, the chiffchaffs hang around a few, but also yellow-browed warbler, and it's had Pallas's warbler in the past as well. Used to be quite regularly visited by Ventnor birders, but I don't think they come in here anymore. But yeah, yellow-browed warbler is without doubt an annual species in here, although they're not really recorded annually because it doesn't get the coverage. But come September, October, there'll be the odd one passing through. I assume the yellow-browed warblers hit the east coast and then they work their way inland, going generally southwest. Don't know why I'm assuming that's what they do, but not sure we really know, to be honest. But eventually they find themselves on the south coast or in southwest Cornwall. It's obviously midday, so there's not going to be that much bird singing, and it's early June, so things will have quietened down quite a lot by now. Buzzard just ahead of us, flying along the track bed. Might be able to get a bit closer to it because it just landed just up there. See if I can zoom in and then walk along, see if we can get a better view. Alright, so that's maximum zoom on this particular camera, using the Osmo Pocket 3 to record this. You might see the, but there he goes. don't know if you saw that. Flew along the track ahead of us. I didn't see where it vanished, but they're remarkably stealthy buzzards in closed canopy woodland like this, which is full of red squirrels incidentally, and no, buzzards aren't a significant predator of red squirrels. I'd be surprised if they take many at all, if any, maybe the odd young one, but even then I'd be very surprised. It's much easier to go and eat earthworms and beetles out on the open arable fields than it is to try and catch a red squirrel in closed canopy sycamore woodland like this. And there are lots of buzzards and lots of red squirrels, so they seem to coexist fairly happily. There he goes again. Very, very quiet today, this woodland, or this afternoon I mean. Buzzard calling now. So I've just removed the external microphone. It's a DJI microphone, Mark II microphone, which is very good quality, but I still think the microphone kind of array that's built into the Osmo Pocket 3 might pick up ambience sort of sounds better than the DJI, the external microphone, the Bluetooth microphone. Don't know. You'll have to tell me in the comments section whether the sound quality has deteriorated since I just unplugged the external microphone. There's a sea just over there. Probably can't see it beyond the holm oak. I think that was probably carrion crows trying to chase the buzzard away. So I can't hear any greenish warblers, which is my target species. So the undercliff has had one greenish warbler this spring, which is nice. John Sparshot found it at Luckham Farm. There's only one or two in the country so far. It's not been a good greenish warbler year really, or spring really. Obviously golden oriole was another good candidate for down here. Been a few of those around this spring, including a few today in various places, so you never know. Just going to come off the old track bed now at this bridge because the span of the bridge is gone. So just walk down here, try and go down the steps without falling on my face. Now what I would not ordinarily do is walk up this right of way that goes up through here, but I think it's closed, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get up here, but we'll try. One of many footpaths closed by the Isle of Wight Council, which doesn't seem to want to repair them. Let's see if we can get up here. There's a big rock on the path here. Can't imagine that's the only reason it's closed off, but you never know. It's come from up there somewhere, so I should imagine the path ahead of us has collapsed down the cliff face, because this path follows the cliff as we go up, but we'll see if it's intact, and if it is, I'll hopefully get up to the very top. Not been up here for about 5 years along this path. I can hear fledged blackbirds, or fledged thrushes anyway. I assume they're blackbirds rather than song thrushes. Oh, lots of stinging nettles. Yeah, right, okay. So this has changed a bit. So yeah, this is all collapsed, this bit of the path. Maybe I'm not going to be able to get very far. Yeah, so you can see why it has been closed. It would take a bit of work to repair that section, but it could be done. Part of the inner cliff face. This is the kind of area where the firecrests and yellowbrowns get in late autumn, October. Along this cliff face, which is south facing and covered in shrubby habitat. Nice chiff chaff. Fairly fearsome bramble along here. Let's try and get through without being garrotted. That was quite painful. So this is a bit of the path that I thought might have fallen away, but it's fine. The cliff is perfectly intact. Well, we're quite high now, not far off the top of this path along the face of the cliff. There's a sheer drop going down that way. And the inner cliff face up there. But the inner cliff face is getting lower above me, so I'm getting higher up on it. So, should be up the top soon. Lovely big green sand wall. Whilst I remember, do subscribe to the channel and press a like button if you like the video. There is a thanks button which if you press that you can make a donation to the video or to me for creating the video. And there are various links in the description to the video. Right, there's a bit of fence across the path just up here, so I may not be able to go any further, but with any luck I can. Yeah, okay, so clearly people have been walking up and down here because there's a big gap. So, oh yeah, I forgot there's a little path that goes down that way as well. Back down into Pelham Woods. These steps are still intact. So really, as far as I can see, a fairly straightforward repair would get this path reopened. Right, now I'm going to walk back along Whitwell Road and back into Ventnor. I'm glad I managed to get up that path. I wasn't entirely convinced I was going to be able to do so, but yeah, it's nice. Lovely day. I think I've worn too many layers. It is breezy, and the breeze was chilly earlier in the day, but it's certainly warmed up now. Lovely view down there of looking down towards Old Bank End Farm in St Lawrence. Botanical Gardens just over there to the left. Really do need a coffee now. Which reminds me, do subscribe to the channel and press the like button. And if you wish to support the channel, you can do so via buymeacoffee.com, a link to which is in the description for this video and every other video. It's quite a nice walk, this one. It's been quite long, but nice, that's for sure. Right, I think I'm going to head back down into Pelham Woods now. Down this way, down a Paradise Walk. V73. I assume that stands for Ventnor Footpath 73. So this afternoon I've got lots and lots of writing to do. I've almost got back into my writing flow the last couple of weeks. So I've been writing a few 100 words each day, which is nice. Well, it's essential actually, more than nice. So if you want to buy any of my books or look at them, there's links to them in the description to this video below as well. Lots of speckled woods down here. They're all too fast to video, but they're here. Let's listen out for any unusual bird song, so I can hear a chiff-chaff and blackcap. It's kind of what you would expect. Can't hear any golden orioles. Ah dear. Or greenish warblers or Iberian chiff-chaffs. Or the multitude of other rarities I keep predicting on every walk I go along. One of these days. Obviously I did have the marsh warbler a few days ago, which was nice. And John Sparshot had his greenish warbler, so you never know. Some fledglings over there. Blackbirds by the sounds of it. Stop calling now. Fledged blackbirds are their own worst enemy because they're totally oblivious to predators. They just call away begging for food. Don't know if you can hear that. Oh, it's getting warm now. It's a loud blackcap. So just going to drop down here underneath what used to be the little tunnel bridgey thing under the railway line. The railway used to go over there. One of the most ridiculous things Beeching and Co could have done was to close these branch lines. I assume it's Beeching. I suppose at the time everyone anticipated everyone would be in private cars, which is proven to be true, but demand for the railways has never been greater, neither has the price of actually using them. Nice oxide daisies. Trouble with, in retrospect, trouble with closing the railways into Ventnor now is obviously with the massive landslip on Leeson Road around the Smuggler's Haven and Devil's Chimney area. That road is now closed, that bit of the A road. Prior to that, the Undercliff Drive was closed, and that's still closed. The Graben is going to be closed, or Newport Road, the road that comes out of Ventnor into Wroxall and goes in that direction, that's about to be closed for a couple of weeks for Southern Water to repair one of their perpetually leaky sewers. And right, let's go up this way. I think we're on Inglewood Park now, little residential area. Head back to Ventnor. Yeah, it's just times like this where you really do need a couple of branch lines coming into Ventnor. And that's what we used to have. We used to have the one that came into St Lawrence and the one that came into the terminus or the old station road in Ventnor itself. Could really do with those at the moment. Obviously not a silver bullet, but they would help. Drop down this way, I think. Get on coastal path down here. Should really be doing a run now, trying to keep fit. A few wall lizards along here on the path. Make sure then there are no common lizards. No, definitely wall lizards. There's one just there. Oh, ran off. Just going along the edge of the botanical gardens now. I will do another video for Ventnor Botanic Gardens. Gonna miss out Steep Hill Cove today because running out of time and running out of battery power in my Osmo Pocket 3. I didn't bring the little extension battery power pack thingy that goes with it, so still lasted pretty well though. Just going to take this footpath along the back of Castle Cove. Looks rather lovely. Nice pyramidal orchids there. Let's get down to this one. Look at that. Very beautiful. Lots of them amongst the oxeye daisies. So by going along this path, I cleverly avoid going up the steep hill Dotty, which is the steep slope between Castle Cove and Flowersbrook. Should really be the Flowersbrook Dotty, but it's not what the runners call it. Phew, it's quite a long walk, this one. Please though, because what I also did on the walk, which you won't know about, is I shot another video at the top. When I got to the top of the path through Pelham Woods, there was an area that I wanted to do another video for my other channel, for my Steve Jones Wild Writer channel. So I managed to get that video clips shot, and I'll be editing that soon. So that'll go on that channel. It's quite nice to be able to record videos for 2 different channels in one go. Be great to get up to 1,000 subscribers to that channel as well, so search for me, Steve Jones Wild Writer, and subscribe to that video as well as this one if you want to. Obviously watching the videos is more valuable than subscribing, but subscribing would be great as well. When I say valuable, I mean well, for that other channel I need to get 1,000 subscribers, and I've got about 620, I think. So a little way to go, whereas on this channel, my car life van dwelling channel, I've obviously gone past the 1,000 subscriber mark, which is great. A bit overgrown coming on it. But yeah, so I managed to get that footage for that other video shot. That one will be going up on the other channel soon. Partly why the battery power's running out on this camera, because I was up there for longer than will be apparent from this particular video, shooting more video. And here is the steep hill Dotty, the steep slope that I managed to avoid going down into Castle Cove. And here we are at Flowersbrook with Ventnor Bay in the distance. So at the end of this video there'll be a link to another video on my channel, which is another walk, different parts of Ventnor, and that video that I'll link to. And I'll link to a whole playlist actually, so a whole collection of videos you can watch. There's a lovely Flowersbrook just down there. So I hope you're enjoying this video about Ventnor and the Undercliff. If so, then don't forget there are 2 books I've written. One, Birdwatching Around Ventnor, creatively named, and the second one is Wildlife Watching Around Ventnor. Just short books about the local area that are the subject of this video. Available on Amazon. I'll put a link below for this video, and you can also order it from the library, and it's available in all major bookshops, both of these little booklets, and in a few shops along the Esplanade, like the Longshoremen's Museum and Lady Scarlett's Tea Room as well. But yeah, I'll put a link to the description if you want a slightly deeper dive into the Isle of Wight Undercliff. Then these 2 little booklets might be of interest to you. Just go onto Amazon otherwise and just search for Steve Jones and Ventnor and you should find them.